was phrases that you can't really say anymore.
What, like racist or
of
offensive?
Or... Is it racist or is it not? So, have you ever heard the phrase "the Chinese dentist"?
Yeah, 2:30.
Exactly.
I say that every time someone asks what the time is.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Is that racist? Or funny?
Well, it's making a mockery of an accent, not necessarily the people.
We can't use them. But it got me thinking, right? Think of the absolute banter happening up and down the country every single day when a dentist receptionist has to book someone in for a 2:30 appointment.
Yes.
They must be fucking rolling around. Literally holding it in. Hello, is that Mr. Jones? Yeah. Guess what? Got you an appointment for tomorrow. Do you know what I told us? 2:30. Just hangs up. Brilliant. That's a thought I had today. It's a random thought.
It's a highly political thought, though. You really dive into that. What can and can't you say? That's
unfortunately, it came from a conversation because an agent had just finished a phone call and asked me the same question. And I looked at her open mouthed thinking, you haven't, have you? And she's like, yeah. I was like, put it this way, if you was on TV, you'd get cancelled. Don't do that again.
Oh, yeah.
Genuine story, true story from the day that is. I was like, oh my days. Naughty sauce.
Anyway, it's been a while.
It has been a while. Well, end of season 2, beginning of season 3. You've got to leave a little gap, haven't you?
Yeah. Get used to seeing this beautiful face more often, mate. Because season 3's back. What you been up to? What's happened during your, spring? Should we say end of winter, spring?
Geez, I can't even remember what I did yesterday, let alone fucking 3 months ago, mate.
Yeah, really.
I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been slowly hacking away at my garden. I've turned it from winter to usable summer, and we had a lovely day in it yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. BBQ.
Yeah.
I had 2 this week.
Sun was out, and it was nice. It was early. Sometimes I leave the garden. I know this is not particularly interesting, but this is what I've been up to. Sometimes I leave the garden till well late. You don't really get the use of it.
Yeah.
You don't sort it out till like July. And I'm not talking like just giving it a bit of a cut. I've got a wild garden.
You have,
it's a wild garden.
Your grass grows like fucking rainforest, mate.
Yeah, I've got wild plants and stuff. So it takes a lot of maintenance and work to turn it from a winter garden into a summer garden. That's taken a lot of work. That's been taking up a lot of my time in between.
To be fair, I see you about 3 weeks ago. I think that's when you started hacking away at it, when it was really long.
Yeah.
And you was cutting through it.
Dig up all the weeds, like literally with a spade and having to go like a foot into the mud because these are so
# dad life.
Yeah, but and now yesterday, I think I finally felt like it was good.
Yeah.
I'd love to give you something more interesting, but
no, man is at one with his garden.
While the world's been going to shit, I've been getting my gardening on.
That's a beautiful story. A man in touch with the trees and the grass and the kids' toys. You got it all laid out nice.
My body don't like it. My body fucking hates me gardening. Literally hates me gardening.
Mate, I discovered that. I've usually loved me football and me basketball. I was ruled out for about a month.
You fucked yourself up, didn't you?
I was playing basketball and this guy went to run through me and you just stand strong, like keep a strong shoulder. Mate, it's like bruised me collarbone and shoulder bone.
Getting old, mate.
Proper, yeah, I know. That's what made me think I am getting old. I was doing kick-ups with the lads, the football boys. At the end of training, sat down for 5 minutes, got up, went to do kick-ups with them for a bit. Groin popped. That was it. Couldn't play for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Jeez.
Mate, I'm only 32.
And you're the fit one out of us.
I'm only 32.
What does it say for the rest of us?
I know, do you know what I'm saying? What does it say for you? You get your pension soon, didn't you?
Oh, mate, I can say with confidence from 30 onwards goes downhill rapidly. Physical capability goes downhill rapidly.
Thanks for listening, kids. That's what you've learned.
That's the future.
Anyway, that's how we've been. What's been happening in the world, mate? Because a lot has gone down since we last recorded.
A lot's gone down, a lot's gone up. I've had a little European adventure with West Ham, haven't I? So we got into the knockout stages, and we went on a bit of a rampage and beat some top teams across Europe. We are sadly out of it now, but I saw a brilliant quote, and it was, smile because it's happened, don't cry that it's over. Or don't cry that it's over, smile because it happened.
Yeah.
And that's exactly sums up my West Ham experience over the last couple of months, certainly.
It has been good watching you.
It's been incredible.
I think one thing that has affected you is you have got a slim squad. I know Moyes likes a slim squad, but it seems that being in that competition as well and catching up on games, because the Premier League games have been fucked up.
Yeah, they've been so out of whack, haven't they? A lot of people say you've fallen short because of the shortness of your squad. Flip side of that, maybe you've got as far as you have because it's an unchanged, undisrupted starting 11.
The players, yeah.
But, it's cool, man. I'm happy with it, man. We're all right, and we're playing your sorry mob. For sixth, well, not playing you, but it's come down to pretty much the last game of the season for sixth.
I think we can't come fifth and we can't come eighth, so we get sixth or seventh.
If you get a point at Palace, you finish
sixth.
Because there's no chance we're beating Man City. So we done.
Why are we even talking about that in the same sentence as Man United?
No chance. It's just going to be hilarious seeing Ronaldo in one of his final seasons as a professional footballer playing in Europa Conference. Is he fucked, mate? He's going to mug your right off. He'll be leaving first train he gets.
It's been disgusting this season, and I completely believe that we shouldn't have sacked Ollie.
No, you shouldn't have really, but hindsight.
Well, no, it's not even hindsight. It's give the man a chance. Do you know what I mean? You look at Arteta this season. I think they had their worst start since the 90s, and they were fucking awful. And I was laughing. I was like, yes, at least they're shit. Do you know what I mean? That's why you think about Tottenham. At least they're not winning things. Mate, it's just disgusting. We've come through a decent period at the start. Then it went downhill. We got rid of Ollie, and it just did not improve. It didn't even get any better. I think it got worse. I think Ollie could have pulled through that.
Who are the strategic people planning? You've got a changing room full of bullies, like flat track personality bullies, and you announce an interim manager for 6 months. It's the craziest thing. You could have put Mike fucking Tyson in that dressing room. But you announce him as a 6-month interim manager, he's going to get battered.
It's like telling a bunch of school kids that.
So your supply teachers here for the rest of the.
Yeah, your substitute teachers here.
You're fucking about. You ain't even turning up to the next lesson.
I don't even really want to talk about it. It's been disappointing for us, and it has annoyed me. So I'm going to start watching Championship football and women's football.
Or just Champions League, because apparently that's mental.
Yeah.
I say apparently.
Overrated. Used to be good. Back in the day. But yeah, overrated. So anyway, outside of football, what else has been happening in the world in the last 2 or 3 months? The first thing that springs to mind, Russia. Putin.
Yeah, fucking hell.
That has been fucked.
Naughty sauce.
It's probably over a month, maybe a month and a half ago that it kind of started when they invaded.
So. Yeah, I think so.
That was crazy at the time. There's so much less news coverage of it now. But at the start...
It's nuts how it's been normalised.
Yeah.
Like, I'll read an article now about a soldier walking into a village, raping the women in the village and beheading kids. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so they're moving through. And it's nuts. Absolutely nuts, because...
You become numb.
They've turned fucking naughty.
Yeah.
Like, really, really naughty. This ain't about a war. This is about breaking down people.
Yeah, breaking down a belief between the country.
Yeah, like a belief of identity. It's horrendous, the stuff that's happening. War is horrendous, but this especially.
I don't know if they're still firing as much as they did before. Like, at the start, they went in full blast, didn't they?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think they're bombing as much now.
But have they taken over big cities?
No, they got pushed back. This is the thing. This is what worries me. I from an oddly selfish way, I'd rather they go in, muller a city, take it over, get to plant their flag in the sand and fuck off.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. We are Russia. Our army's massive. Back down.
But they're getting done by David.
Yeah, by
with
John
his
down the road. Yeah.
And he's looking stupid. And we've seen a lot of stuff coming out now, especially in the last few weeks, about questionable states of his physical health.
Well, apparently he's got cancer. That's what I've heard.
It could be anything. I've seen this. I've seen cancer and I've seen Parkinson's. There's some symptoms he's admitting that don't look great. But either way, if that's a bigger worry, man. This guy's checking out in fucking 2 months' time.
Well, it kind of makes sense then. Everyone thought, well, why leave it till now? You obviously wanted to do it for ages. Why now? It could be he got the doctor's note kind of saying, you ain't got long.
Is it weird that we may all be getting this situation very wrong? Right? So, rewind. He gets his doctor's note 2 months ago. You're going to be brown bread, son.
Yeah.
He thinks to himself, right,
I need to go out of the bank.
I've got one of the biggest arsenals in the world. I've not fired a shot in anger in years. Now, I don't want to start World War III, but I do want to kick some ass.
Yeah, innit? I do want to fuck a country up
I
before
might
I die.
pick on these cunts. I basically share a border with them. I could probably get away with putting a few digs in and no one noticing. Unfortunately for him, few people notice, but he's committed then. It's like the bully. Like, I'll see you after, 4 o'clock outside of school. You've committed. You've told everyone you're going to do it, and he's had to follow it through.
I don't know. There was a thought that crossed my mind throughout all of this for a split second, and then I was like, nah, don't be stupid. But when he explains about Western banks and culture and things like that, you've got the petrodollar.
They're laundering their money.
Well, America wouldn't last if they didn't. Every piece of oil in the world is paid for by dollars, isn't it?
I don't know if I'm comfortable with you referring to oil as a piece.
A piece?
A piece of oil. I don't think that's the correct terminology. I don't feel comfortable with your pronouns.
Did I say that?
I don't like your pronouns.
Okay. Well, every litre of oil.
Is it a pronoun?
Litre.
I hope it's a pronoun.
There you go. No.
Otherwise, that's not going to have been funny.
Verb, isn't it? Describing word.
Don't
know.
It depends on what they identify as, really.
You have to. Anyone who buys oil across the world has to pay in dollars. It's the petrodollar.
Really?
Yeah. So therefore, every country has to have a supply of dollars.
It's the baseline figure.
Well, no. Think about it. Every country has to have a supply of dollars. So they have to.
Which makes money for the
American
government.
Because they have to sell them dollars, so they make money there, and then the oil is traded in that money. So the value of the dollar goes up.
Mate, you've been reading some heavy-duty shit, haven't you?
Well, no, it's true. I've known that for a long time. But
I'm not sure whether that sounds like a porn film.
What, the petrodollar?
Petrodollars.
Petrodollar. But there's like Colonel Gaddafi tried to make this African currency. You had to buy oil in it. Everything was traded in this African currency, and Africa as a continent would come together.
That's mad.
And
I never
this
thought
currency.
this was an economic.
And that's why they fucked him up.
Have you been looking at some?
Nah, man.
Shit?
I've seen loads of videos on this shit.
This sounds better than our normal fuckery. This sounds like actual, genuine, valuable research.
But this is what I'm saying. So when Putin's saying stuff like that, and you're like, he is right in that sense. He's pretty much going, I don't want the old Soviet Union to be taken over by Western cultures and banks and financial industries, this, that, the other. And you're like, okay, I agree with that, but you don't need to fuck up another country. They should be able to make their mind up.
No. And he has fucked it, really, because people used to fear the might of Russia because they're so numerous.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons cited.
You still do, didn't you?
See, now if I'm China, I'd be worried. Because what you've looked at is a nation that was known for its mass rather than its ability. You look at China, they're known for their mass of forces rather than their ability.
Yeah. But
just
then
front them up.
No.
They're like Spartans.
Mates.
Just
they're
Spartan
mates.
the shit out of it, mate.
Russia and China are mates.
Next time China come knocking on a country's door, like Indonesia or something like that, Indonesia should just Sparta the fucking shit out of that gaze.
When this all first came out, everyone was worried about, is China now going to make a move? Where everyone's distracted, so China are going to move in on, where were they going for?
It's a global
Hong Kong
market. It could happen.
Mate, I don't know what to really comment on it, because obviously it is horrific. Russia are massive dickheads. Russian people I do feel a little bit sorry for, because they're only told the inside news.
What do you think of Russian sports people?
I know, fuck them.
Not being allowed to
They
compete.
should be banned from everything, because when I think Russian, you think Russian spy, don't you?
Oh, they're cheating bastards. State doping programs, weren't it?
Yeah, they were going on, through the Olympics, it was found out, wasn't it?
But not everyone's Ivan Drago, man. For every Ivan Drago over there, you've got a genuine athlete who's not state-sponsored, not into drugs, just happens to be brilliant at their sport and competes at an Olympic level.
Yeah.
And now they can't. There's the number 2 seed in the world, I think. He's Russian. He's been told he's not allowed to play at Wimbledon.
I get it now, because there's a war. The doping thing, they should have been banned for a couple of years across all sports. Yeah.
Absolutely, rightly so. But what's that got to do with this geezer? He just plays tennis for a living. It's got nothing to do with people invading Ukraine.
You could do. Because people with money in Russia are usually connected with people that are connected with
Yeah,
people with
potentially.
Putin.
Yeah.
So
A lot of favours when they broke up the old Soviet Union. A lot of favours were hand given to people that wasn't necessarily
it could
worthy
also
or
be this
deserving.
tennis player could go and play in a country and be there, buy some of their newspapers, take pictures of it, send it all back and stuff to see what's going on in that country if Russia needs to do anything. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a bit much.
It is a bit much.
I think that is a bit
It
much.
is a bit much, but then it is safe as well. That's like saying Chelsea shouldn't have to be sold by Abramovich. He's not sending weapons out.
I'll be looking that cunt up quick. He's
he's
tight with Putin. He's on a fast dial, mate, speed dial. Look at his address.
Jurgen Klopp said it perfectly, though. He turned around and he was like, none of you questioned where the money was coming from. You knew where the money was coming from. Same as Man City with the Saudi owners and Newcastle.
The thing is, being an oligarch isn't necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't mean you're nefarious. Doesn't mean you've done bad things. An oligarch is just someone who's got extreme wealth through industry.
Yeah, but also connections.
The problem everyone's got is that Abramovich was basically a shoe salesman who worked out of a bedroom 1 week.
Yeah.
5 years later, he owns 20% of Russian industry, and it's things like that. There's no sanctioning of who's getting control and power and a division of state contract. So that it's one of the most corrupt nations.
Most of them are Putin's mates, and it was given to him, or the businesses were given to him, or something.
To a degree, he was enlightened or entitled.
Yeah,
if you want.
So, should that affect sports? I think it should. Should people be banned for that? The same as Abramovich being told he's got to sell Chelsea. Like, for me, I think it should have operated that Chelsea were allowed to operate as normal, but any profit would go into a government account or something, a holding account.
Yeah, it should be easy enough to trace where money's going once it's gone into a business. Yeah, especially if you're already looking at it.
Well, Chelsea can operate, but any profit made goes into a holding account that he doesn't have access to. So therefore, it can't be used for what you may call terrorism, like Russia.
Well, you've got knock-on effects here, so I'm not going to turn around and go, oh, look at me and like living in the third world problem and all that sort of stuff. But you have, as a knock-on effect, you're going to now change the course of footballers' careers.
Somehow we've turned the Russia problem into
a football problem. Obviously, everything comes back to football. All right, I've got some
football
bits.
Is life,
right, remember ages and ages ago, I think it might have been season 1, early doors. You and I used to speak a little bit about Harry and Meg's when she kept saying people were calling my baby black and all that shit.
No, it was when she went on Oprah, wasn't it? That was a big...
Yeah, and we swamped it and we didn't really come back to it. We avoided it. We purposely avoided it because it was just prevalent everywhere. But these fucking royal rascals have got their comeuppance, mate. It's gone full circle on their ass.
They're back in the news. I must not have been following the recent news.
Full circle on their ass.
Go on.
So for a start, Netflix has fucked off this whole £100 million deal.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
They've produced no content. Yeah. They've given them nothing. For 18 months, they've sat there and gone, what you got?
Yeah.
Nothing. Produced no content at all. And they've also realised their profits on a massive downturn. Woke equals broke. People are turning off to that shit, guys. Everyone's reached a peak with it. It's nice to be informed and find out about some issues you weren't aware of and see other people's views, but it's so narrative driven and so forced down people's throats. Netflix, unfortunately for them, their last 2 years worth of fresh content is all very woke, preachy programming. So they fucked them off. Fucking right.
Yeah, but they're about to come out with like Stranger Things again and...
Oh, Netflix will. Netflix will.
I heard someone say about like nostalgia's a big thing now. Where you go to watch programs on Netflix and Amazon and Disney Plus and all this, that, the other, the most streamed things are things like Friends.
Yeah,
nostalgic things that you remember.
Watch that stuff. People watch that stuff. But this is good. And that's not the only bad thing that's happened to them, man.
What?
The Queen. You know she's got the Jubilee, the old Jubilee coming up.
Yes.
Queen Jubilee.
Yeah, the old girl. Good on her, girl.
The box is a very famous part of royal, like the balcony or whatever it's. Is a really big statement. She's banned that fuckwit Andrew.
Well, duh, yeah.
And she's banned fucking Harry and Meg's.
Well, hold on. No, that's fair because they said they didn't want to be royals anymore.
But they're both shit cunts. But bearing in mind, they've got banned and punished the same as a sex offender by the Queen. That's how low she views these guys nowadays. She views these pricks as fucking sex offenders. She paid $15 million, pounds, whatever you want to convert it at. Maybe that's still in American money. To bail her son out of this. That's what it cost, by the way, to buy him out of that.
What?
15 mil, yeah, to buy him out of the sex case. Drop. All charges dropped.
Hold on. Someone can be bought out of a case
for 15 mil. You could buy me out fucking anything for 15
mil.
mil.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about like a settlement before court.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So that Virginia Guiff or whatever that was taking Andrew to court ages ago for saying he molested her when at Epstein's Island and all that. Turns out $15 million settles that case. That's come out of the Queen's skyrocket. That's come out of her own personal, come out of our tax.
It's come out of the estate.
He's not going on the balcony. And she's looked at that and gone, dirty bastard, not having that. And neither are you cunts.
Yeah.
You're not coming on. You've mugged me off behind my back, left, right and centre. Not having it. You thought I was on a sly one because your granddad popped off. But I'm back on it.
Well, she's just like, get out my fucking box.
Yeah, back on it.
Like Cat Slater at the pub.
One of the funniest things, and this is what I love, and this is what you and I picked up on immediately as soon as the whole Meghan Markle, Oprah Winfrey, Piers Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
He copped all kinds of grief. He lost his job. He walked out and ended up causing him to no longer work. I wouldn't say he lost his job. Friction. And she was very public in the media, this, that, or whatever. He shouldn't be able to say that. Shortly after, as we know, it turned out that she was telling a whole fucking pack of lies. Pretty much everything Piers Morgan turned around and said you should be allowed to question her out has literally come true. And not only this, he's now got one of the biggest, highest rating programs on the planet.
Has he?
Yeah, it's in the new Newsnight thing. I'll hook you up with it, guys. It's amazing.
Oh,
it's
no, I don't like him. Before this.
One of the first things he does is Trump. It's brilliant. He interviews Trump and it's incredible. Because it's him. And it's him making the rules for him filming people. So it's pure Piers Morgan on acid. It's brilliant. Oh. And by trying to silence him, she's given him the freest platform he's ever had. He's happier than he's ever been. And all because he dared to turn around and say, maybe they're not telling the truth. He did call her a cunt.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've dressed it up a bit, but yeah, that's been hilarious. So fuck off, Harry and Meg. I'm done with you absolute pricks, you jokers.
Moving on to couples, ex-couples, this Johnny Depp and Amber Heard shit.
Oh, jeez!
That has probably been better than Tiger King with Carol fucking Baskin.
Innit?
That has gone round. Everyone I know has seen shit about that and loves it.
When did they start filming?
Oh, in America, it's pretty much legal in every court, apart from high-profile cases.
I'm so glad it is. Whoever made that law, I'm so glad it is.
They've got channels dedicated to it out there. You can sit there all day and just watch court cases.
It is good. I've been watching it.
Oh, it is. Do you know what? The amount of things I've seen. What I like to do is watch something recent that's happened in the last couple of days and get like a serious take on it where you actually get to see the footage in context and everything. And then a couple of days after that, you get some funny memes made up or videos or some of them are brilliant. I showed you one earlier, didn't I? The Objection Hearsay, they made like a music video.
Oh, that was good. That was funny.
Oh, it's so catchy as well, but so many things. Her lawyers look like absolute wankers.
I know. It's hilarious. It's almost like a comedy parody.
Also, because as they're trying different angles, like when they're asking questions, you can kind of work out what angle they're trying to get at, and they're so basic, and you're like, even normal people are sitting there going, "Really, you're going to try that?"
Yeah, it's like, come on. Well, as we know, and as you know more than anyone, you've been watching it more. He objected to his own question.
That was hilarious.
The other day. It just tells you the mess of
how bad you've got to be as a lawyer for a judge to turn around to you and go, "That was your question."
I mean, that song you played me earlier was a joke and a take on the fact that the defence lawyer literally calls objection after every 3 words. They're saying, because it's just ridiculous shit, and the judge is just like sustained, sustained, sustained. It is funny though, but is it any good? Is it weird of us? This is like the ultimate gossip mag? We get to have a little grubby peer in.
I think this is like the neighbours are arguing and you get to see it out the window.
Do you reckon he did it? Do you reckon he
No.
smashed, I reckon he did.
I reckon he's been a prick, massive prick.
Yeah.
I reckon he might.
I reckon he smashed her up a couple of times.
No. I reckon he might have thrown a couple of things at her, maybe. But I don't think he's ever hit her. I really don't.
Oh, I disagree. I think he's lumped her.
Nah.
Yeah, I think he's lumped her, but I don't think he's
I know plenty of people that do coke and don't hit their wife.
Do they do as much coke as Johnny Depp does?
Probably not.
Is it as good as the coke that Johnny Depp does?
Well, he's having mega pints of wine and jars of coke, isn't he? That's what they're all reporting.
I love my red wine. I have never, ever once drunk a pint.
No, mate, you want to see this glass? It looks like... Oh, right, okay, perfect way to describe it. You know you go in a cafe... Listen. You know you go in a cafe and you get a hot chocolate...
Oh, yeah.
And it's got all this frilly shit on top. But it's got that, like, hourglass shape to it, and it's got a big handle on it. That's how big his fucking glass was. Yeah, it weren't big at all, mate. But they tried to call it a mega pint, and that's what was so funny about it, because he just turned around and looked at them and went, a mega pint? Like, really? Some of it has been comical, but I honestly think, on a serious note, this is going to change culture. This is going to be the first big, high-profile, worldwide covered case of a woman literally crying rape. She's saying that he sexually assaulted her as well as physically beat her and stuff. I honestly think that it is going to go Johnny Depp's way and it's going to change culture.
I think you are right, and I think a lot of questions, the Me Too movements do need to be taken serious without question. Yeah. But with any movement, you're going to get some bullshit, and you're getting people that are hopping onto this stuff that haven't been affected in the way that other people were, but want to get out there because they know. All you need to do now, and it's always been this way to a degree, all you need to do is accuse.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So it's mostly domestic stuff, isn't it, between partners that we're talking about here.
Well, but you want to take down a celebrity, you accuse him of something.
You think if a man and a woman get married, have children, and then divorce, the woman automatically gets more time with the child. Now, in this case, if they had children and it turns out Amber Heard is the dickhead, why is that fair? Shouldn't these things start being questioned? And you have to put a case forward as to who's the more responsible one, not just assume it's going to be the woman.
What you do need to remember in all of this is that this is not Johnny Depp's first rodeo. Geezer was married for like 20-odd years to Vanessa Paradis. He's got kids.
Winona Ryder.
He's had partners. But he had a wife for like 20-odd years or 20 years. She testifies that none of this shit happened. Yeah. Never happened. So why, all of a sudden, does he get with somebody who's known for being manipulative and false? Why all of a sudden is that amplified? Now, don't get me wrong. He could have dived down a rabbit hole, gone straight up his arse. He looks like he has, if I'm being perfectly honest. But did he do all the shit that she's saying? That's what it comes down to. Did he do it? It makes no sense in this case, right? We already know that they don't like each other. We already know that Johnny Depp's a sketchy cunt. We know that Amber Heard's a lying cunt. Right? We know that already.
No, when you say Johnny Depp's sketchy cunt, I think he's a messer. He's
sketchy. So sketchy things are going to happen in his life. That's what comes with being sketchy. But there's no point to this, right? If he wins, he ain't going back and doing another Caribbean film. He's not going to go and work for...
No, mate, people. This is going to turn big. They're signing petitions for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ain't going to happen. He's not marketable anymore. He won't, even if he wins, he's not marketable because you've heard sides of his personality that weren't out there before. Right? If he wins, she's got no money, so he's not getting any money back for defamation of character. If she turns around and wins, she ain't going to be able to get fuck all money off Johnny Depp because he's spunked all his money. He ain't got barely anything left. No one's going to want to work with her in the movie industry ever again. Nobody wins, Gates.
No, I think he wins.
Nobody wins.
He's lost everything when it comes to income.
He stands more of a chance of salvaging. She loses either way. If she wins or if she loses, her career's over. Yes. She ends up with not a lot of money.
Yeah, job done. Her career's over because it's turned out she is a dick.
And ends up with not a lot of money because she ain't got a lot.
Well, no, she's already done him for something like 18 million. This would be like a justice thing now. This is like the opposite of Will Smith if he wins this.
Oh, Jesus, don't get me started.
Oh, shit, we ain't covered Will Smith, have we?
Cowardly prick.
That is fucking hilarious. I think it was completely staged.
Bastard. I don't.
And it backfired.
I think Will Smith flipped his lid. Bitch ass nigga.
I think she's a prick, mate. Manipulative little prick. I really do.
I think she's off key
All the things that have come out, like they've been doing this red table thing for time, and not a lot of people took notice of it, but people like you and me didn't. So you don't know all the content that's happened in all this time. And then they start to show you clips of previous things that she said and how brutal she's been, and just an outright knob. She's manipulative as fuck, and I think you're right, he's cracked.
She is, man. She's bringing other people's dick to his doorstep every fucking day.
Do you know what I mean?
Cheeky ass bitch. Shave that bitch's head off as a fucking punishment. Don't be bringing dick to my doorstep.
Mate, Chris Rock, he genuinely looked sorry after the joke as well. He was like, "Oh, what? That didn't go down? Oh shit, sorry, it was a G.I. Jane joke." Like that's.
I got the same problem. I think it was either Gervais or Rogan. Problem I got with this. It's Chris Rock's. Well, I call him. He's about 140 pounds. Will Smith's built. He's big. He's 6'3". He's got range. I'm guessing 6'3". Like he's big.
Why'd you walk up and slap someone once?
Hit him. If you're going to fucking do it, if you're that offended and you're that outraged, you're going to defend your woman's honour in a blaze of glory, potentially ruin your career. You know that as you get up, as you're doing it.
Yeah.
You chin him, son. You don't just slap him with an open
If you're going to hit him. Don't slap him.
You ain't going to get arrested either way. Whether you slap him, whether you punch him, you're going to get treated the same way by the law, because there's no way Chris Rock is pressing charges. Like, it's not happening.
Yeah, and you can't really differentiate, well, it's a closed fist or not.
But if you're going to do it, fucking hit him. Mate. Pussy bitch, mate. I didn't like that at all. Did not like that. Look at what Gervais said year in, year out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that geezer said was absolutely...
To the whole audience.
Like
everyone. The Epstein jokes, and he's like, what? You all did it?
He could have got lynched at any point. Or the producers of the programme could have just walked on stage, turned his microphone off, and just...
Shut the lights out.
And taken him off stage.
Gone, yeah.
Have you read any news lately?
I'll be honest with you, no, not a lot. I've been caught up in this Johnny Depp shit because it's been so funny.
To be fair, it depends what your Google history suggests to you first. But I came across a story the other day, unfortunate choice of words, about footballers fucking trannies. I don't know if it was my Google history or whether it was just...
Hold on, is this like
trending.
A mirror or the sun kind of...
No, mate, yeah, so this is going to be hilarious, right? When it gets to this stage, that means there's a lot of information out there. For tabloids to pick up a story and anonymise it.
Has it been doing the rounds in every paper?
Yeah.
Where? Is this like the Ryan Giggs one?
Broke this weekend. Yeah, it's a bit like that, where they keep an anonymity until for certain things can be proven. An agent can't stop a article going out with a certain level of detail because it's within public interest. Okay. Is it within public interest to then know who the individual is? May not, or may be. But that's always been the big thing that protected footballers. Is it in the public interest?
Well, it depends. If it's legal, so if he's not having an affair and he's not...
Some people just don't want their business in the paper, regardless whether it's legal or not legal. It might be embarrassing. It might be going like Ryan Giggs.
Well, but he was married.
Embarrassing, though.
So you're therefore having an affair, aren't you?
Well, the story that's come out, right?
Do we know who it is?
And there's rumours. I know. I've had a few whispers. But there's a player in the current England setup.
Oh,
who pays for £120 an hour?
Oh,
I've since referenced this. Apparently, that's the going rate.
Wow,
for a posse, £120 an hour.
Wow,
seems expensive, doesn't it?
You're an idiot. They better be good.
I reckon I could source my own material and come up cheaper.
Well, you definitely can. It's Pornhub.
I'd sit on my hand for a minute or two.
No, mate.
Treat myself. Give myself 20 quid at the end.
If I could do something myself for less effort and quicker, and save £120 an hour, then we're laughing.
Yeah, I thought that was just quite a lot of money. To be fair, £120. So £120 an hour. He's been seeing this
in the England
sex worker on the regs. And it turns out this sex worker, since I don't know where to get this from, level of information. You telling the story is a post-op tranny.
What way?
They were a geezer.
Right, okay.
They've now had their fucking dick chopped off.
Oh, why would you?
Cock and balls, little pig's ear made, whatever it is.
Oh, just anyway, right, so he's having sex with a post-op woman.
And it's got to a point where they've got enough evidence that they've been blackmailing them for a period of time, but now the story's breaking.
So who is it? Who's the rumours? Come on.
The rumour is it's Harry Maguire, Man U.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry, but it's it was either.
Wait, no, hold on. That makes sense.
The names I heard.
That makes sense because he's played well for England, which is very rare. But for Man United, it would be down to them to investigate that or protect them, wouldn't it?
Potentially, yeah. Remember the Greenwood thing? They knew about that for months.
Yeah, but with the Ryan Giggs thing as well, there's down to the club to kind of protect them from that hitting the media.
Another hot favourite is
he's been shit.
Trent Alexander, but I don't think it's there. But a lot of people are leaning. But this is anything. This 10 guys could have said this on Twitter and tweeted it at the same time 2 weeks ago, and now it is hearsay.
Me and you could start 10 accounts and go and start a rumour like that.
It is hearsay, but sometimes it comes true. I remember the last one, was it Sigurdsson at Everton? That came out. And if you're on Twitter, you knew about that before it got announced in the papers.
Yeah, no smoke without fire, mate.
Yeah, so there's England football. There's fucking trannies, mate. Happy days.
Well, not happy days.
Well, not for the England football, but happy days for the for the tranny. Wait. Right, this next piece is something that can get me into trouble. I could offend a lot of people with what I'm about to talk about.
These are my favourite pieces. Go on.
You might be a bit disappointed, but these are touchy nerve subjects. I've got an opinion on something that's going to fucking light people up, man.
What, news story?
There's a new Doctor Who.
Mate, that stopped becoming Doctor Who when they got a woman.
And
it's the same as the James Bond thing for me.
If you ain't seen it, I bet, have you?
No.
Right.
It's written as a white man, so whatever else they try and turn it into is just...
And who do you think might have been cast? Now, I know you're not going to know the person, but who do you think, and you know what I'm saying, may have been cast as the new Doctor Who?
Well, it was a woman last time, so I think they'll go back to it being a man. Right, hold on. They're either going to do it properly, where they get someone like, maybe Idris. Do you know what? Give Idris a go. Something like that. Or they're going to go some non-binary... They've got a slight disability.
There's no disabilities.
Okay. Oh, wait, so then non-binary.
If I was to say gay black man, BBC, how many boxes can I tick in one single cast? But they were just praying for a gay black man with one arm to walk through the door.
Yeah.
They've been like, fucking bingo, gringo. That's three and one. We ain't got to work for the next year.
Doctor Who in a wheelchair soon.
Yeah, they'd love that. The argument you're going to get from people, from Whovians, is the fact that it's infinite probability. The Doctor could leap into any body, any situation, any universe, any existence, any dimension.
Yeah.
That's
quantum leap.
That's the answer you're going to get. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. But it's just the hiring. It's the hiring thing. It's anti-racism to me. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to please this camp. You're trying to please that camp. You're trying to please that camp. But it's at the cost of. And unfortunately for these guys, what they have seen, as much as I love Jodie Whittaker, I think she's a brilliant actress. I love her as an actress. She should never have been given the Doctor Who role.
I don't know.
She has nowhere near the gravitas to carry a Doctor Who role. But that's coming from me. I'm a little bit of a Whovian.
I'd give it up after... Who was it? You had Chris... Egerton,
Eccleston.
Eccleston.
Dark as fuck, man. He did one season, he was dark as shit balls.
That was good. And then the one after him was good.
Tennant's the GOAT.
That's it, Tennant, yeah. That was good. And then after that, it was like, programme's not good anymore.
Writers became stale and then they took on a PC agenda. And
so that's what all this is. It's just getting desperate, isn't it? And trying to rejuvenate a programme and keep it current.
BBC for that. You've killed one of my favourite things in the world.
Yeah, man.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Off the back of your little rant there, we've got PissFizz.
I'm looking forward to this. This is going to have legs on it, mate. What's pissed you the fuck off?
This refers to something you said in an early episode. Something that's really made your piss fizz. Like, what's ground your gears?
Yeah, Family Guy.
What grinds my gears?
Yeah, man, there's shits in this world that just pisses you the fuck, makes your blood boil. Do you know what I mean?
When you mentioned it the other day, straight away I was like, boom, I know what's pissing me off lately. What's made my piss
what are you saying, bruv? What's been getting on your wick?
We're going to take it in turns every week.
What's been getting on your John Wick, son?
This week, for me, entitled people, or you might know them as Karens.
Cunts. What? Sorry?
Karens, yeah.
Karens.
Spelled C-U-N-T.
Oh, is it? What have they been up to this week?
You see it all the time, and I've been getting in a bit of a loop with it lately on the old like Facebook or YouTube. You know when you're scrolling through videos and then it picks up on similar shit.
The black hole. Algorithms.
Reviews on real life footages of Karens, mostly American. But I had one. It happened
an Americanism. So.
A week ago. I was playing basketball on the outdoor court, and it was not big. Yeah, it's enough for a 3-point line.
You told me about this.
Honestly, it's enough for a 3-point line. There's nothing about it. It's tiny, and it's one of them old school ones where you've got the goal with the bars round it, and then in front of that is a basketball hoop.
Yeah, was she not happy with the regulations?
Not she.
Him?
This bloke come over.
Ooh.
And I don't like
Carl.
judging books by its cover, but you know when
Carl.
he's wearing dirty tracksuit bottoms and his belly's hanging out? And
did he have a staffy?
No. 2 grandkids with him. I assume they're grandkids because he must have been about mid-50s plus. But he walks over and the kids straight away just run towards the goal, which bear in mind is under the hoop where we are playing. We're doing a full-on 2v1.
Yeah, like realised that these kids could get hurt.
Straight away we've stopped like, whoa. And everyone's quite polite and just looked at him, who's standing there at the back where there's a little bench. And you're like, are you for real? Like, what? How do I address this? I didn't give a fuck. I turned around to him and I was like, mate, they're going to get hurt if you let them run around. We're obviously playing. You can't just let them run in amongst us. He was like, yeah, well, they want to play in a goal.
Yeah,
and I turned around, literally looked 90 degrees, pointed, and went, there's 3 football pitches there, mate, with goalposts up.
So is he entitled?
There's no one on it.
What's he saying? I'm entitled to just do what the fuck I want.
And he literally repeated himself. He went, yeah, well, they want to play here.
Well, you can't.
And I just looked at him as if say,
are you dumb?
But what do you do? Because these kids are about 4 and 6, maybe.
Oh, you don't get ag, but you're just like, geezer, you dumb.
Yeah, I get ag because of him, this geezer. I'm not ag at the kids.
Okay, I know that your aversion to the sunshine makes you lose your temper quickly.
But just looking at him, I was just kind of staring in his eyes. And then one of the kids went, oh, Grandad, we can go and play on that goal.
Of course you can.
And pointed over there. And I'm like, even your fucking grandkids get social cues. Do you know what I mean? You dumb fuck. You're just entitled to... It is a Karen thing. All these videos I've been seeing when they're standing there like, well, you can't do this here. Well, it's not your fucking property, mate. You've got no right to go over and tell some stranger what they can or can't do, unless it's illegal.
It is an odd phenomenon.
I think it's taken over the world. This entitlement. I think people have been watching bullshit like the Kardashian program, right?
That is some bullshit.
Of these entitled cunts. And everyone now wants to be a celebrity on Instagram and shit. So you've got to act like you deserve this and you deserve that. And that's what all this shit has come along.
I don't know if the Kardashians are responsible for soccer mums getting angry about shit.
In Love Island and all this and the other, these entitled...
I thought, in terms of entitlement, I thought, in my mind, that is for people that think, because I am this, by default... I get this, or I can act like this.
Well, basically, yeah, that's what this guy's doing. He's like, well, because they're kids, they can have that goal.
Mate, I'll boot that basketball in your fucking kid's melon head in 10 seconds
if
you don't
dunk
get
on that kid.
Fuck out of here.
No, mate, like, I run a kids team. I don't mind kids wanting to play football. I encourage it.
Step into the fucking
full on
cage, man.
But there's 3 pitches over there. I'm looking at them and they're empty. All you got to do is walk. And I'm talking 50 yards.
Skateboarders. If it weren't for skateboarders, there wouldn't be Karens. That was their breeding ground. That's how they evolved. That's what they learned. They learned to dominate the skaters.
That's where the trend first took off.
They got brave.
That's where the trend first took off. But
you can't skate on here.
That's just exposed all the other Karens.
Oh, they're all sorts
that were hiding under the woodwork and shit.
Soccer moms.
They were the crazy lady down the street, but actually it's not. You're not crazy. You're a Karen. You genuinely think you're entitled to be able to tell someone not to mow their lawn at 12 o'clock in the daytime because your cat's asleep.
I do love the fact that it's been characterised by a haircut as well.
Oh, it's epic.
It is every fucking video you watch.
Is epic.
Or every middle-aged American woman you imagine having the highlights
Soccer
in the
mum.
hair, and
Soccer
a cut,
mum.
you instantly can. Do you know what I mean? Shouldn't judge books by their cover, but just saying.
You're the one who's going to be complaining at Walmart as I try to leave.
They're the fucking problem.
Isn't it? You're the one who's going to be holding the line up because that said it was a certain price on the shelf where actually it wasn't.
Mate, fuck these fuckers. You're fucking right. I'm backing you. I'll call you out. If I don't think your PissFizz is warrant, I'll say, bro, no, not in my house.
Yeah.
But this is fucking valid.
Yeah. This is something that needs to be done about it. What we could do, if we carry this on for the whole season, we could actually build a political party and make this our manifesto. Because it's going to be everything that pisses people off. We're going to be like, we're going to sort the Karens out.
I've got strong beliefs. we know my past thoughts about concentrate levels in juice. I've got strong beliefs, guys. First you doubled it up, now you quadrupled it up. No one knows what they're pouring in. Leave it alone. I've got strong beliefs. All right, safe. So that's you.
That's me for PissFizz.
All right.
You're up, mate. Get schooled.
You just got schooled, son.
Get schooled, son.
Get schooled, son. Old school. When you write it down, is it SK or SC?
SKLD. Get schooled.
School. That shows you how old we are. We can't even spell properly.
In old graffiti, like 80s style. Get schooled, son.
I'm on this, man. Get schooled. So
yeah, your research, mate. This is you.
We used to do random facts, didn't we? So we like random facts. We'd have a little butchers out there, look at some stuff, look at some bits.
Everyone loves a random fact.
But we decided, what's more random than just being random?
So let's random the random of the random fact.
Randomise the randomisers. So what we're going to do is basically, literally, if I look at something, I'm just going to say it out loud to Mike, and then he has to come back to me the next week.
Whoa, I didn't realise it was that random. You're just going to literally look at something.
Anything that comes into my head at the time. And you've got the same.
Well, I did
criteria.
it to you when we spoke about this last week. I think this is why it's become something, because I turned around to you and went, "Teach me something. Educate me on something random like frogs, for example." And your little face just lit up.
I like frogs.
And well, that's the intro.
I think they're good.
Take it away,
I do like frogs.
Tell me more about frogs.
We put a little bit of structure on it as well, because we called it Get Schooled. What we'll do at the end of it, we'll grade it like a paper.
Yeah, I'll give you. I know they do it in numbers now, don't
they?
No,
so A to F, isn't it? A, B, C, D, E, F.
We'll do pluses and minuses.
Pluses and minuses.
Yeah, standard.
Right.
So A plus is top.
Whoever's got the best average at the end of the
season. Yeah, what
term?
What's that?
We'll
at the end of the term. Yeah, good.
I'm trying to think of it. At the end of the term, we'll see. So there we go. Right. So you said frogs. Right.
Yeah, I did. Your little face lit up.
I've got some good ones.
Go on. Right. Educate me.
Now, if you gave me any kind of subject, the
most randomest of,
particularly in the natural world, what is the first thing you're gonna want to know?
How many of them? How many different species of them?
Oh,
breeds of them.
That's good. 4,700, by the way. That's not one of my facts. That's what I learned by looking up.
Oh, okay. Is that a bit of homework?
Roughly 4,700.
Okay.
No, fuck off. You want to know what the biggest cunt is? All day long.
Oh, okay.
All day long. You want to know what the biggest species specimen is?
Is it frogs that big, or are they toads the big ones?
What's the biggest human? What's the biggest geezer? Chinese fella, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. It was something stupid.
200 foot or something, isn't he?
200 foot, yeah.
Just building big.
Yeah, but ain't it the toads that are bigger? Like, I didn't think frogs could get that big.
No, they can, man. Biggest frog ever.
Yeah.
No, biggest frog ever. Biggest species
frog
ever. Yeah. Right? 1 foot in length. 7 pounds.
Wow.
Weight. 7 bags of fucking sugar.
1 foot in length. I just looked down at my shoe like, okay, that's pretty big.
That's a big frog.
You wouldn't want him on you.
I didn't, in the fact, research into it didn't show me what kind of species or where it was. I imagine it's a bullfrog. They're big buggers.
Yeah, they are.
They are big old boys, aren't they? But yeah, mate, Jesus, imagine that. 1 foot in length.
Okay.
Legs, I'm guessing length. Can't be body. Got to be legs.
Well, no, it'd be head to toe, wouldn't it? So
you've got stretched out as well. They're long, aren't they?
It'd be on a scale, like when you see the dinosaurs and that. Literally
French
head
fucking
to toe.
know they eat them.
Go on. What else you got for me?
Another one straight off the bat. Here's one.
All right.
Frogs have got fucking teeth, geese.
No.
Teeth.
No. They're like alligators or lizards or something.
You think they're a little bit like... Nah, teeth. They've got teeth on their upper jaw only, by the way. Only half.
So they've got top teeth.
They look like a pensioner in Blackpool, basically.
They've got top teeth.
They've got top teeth and nothing else. And they do that to bite down on their prey.
How useful are one set of teeth?
Oh, they're odd. They're oddly evolved. The fact when they blink, when they're munching shit and eating things down, blinking their eyes, they blink their eyes more in activity, and it's to force the muscles down in their head to bite down and force the.
Well, that's
prey.
what I'm saying. Because
They're
you're
odd
pushing
creatures.
a set of teeth against gum. So what use is that?
There's another species,
Okay.
Indonesian species.
Oh, they're
frog,
fucked
right?
up. I watched something on. It was the Barack Obama thing. It was about Indonesia.
It's the way they breathe or don't breathe conventionally. So most amphibians have got a hybrid of breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers do not have any lungs whatsoever. No lungs detected in their bodies.
So they don't need to breathe.
They breathe entirely through their skin.
Oh, sick.
I do not know the scientific backup.
Is that both in and out the water?
Yeah. They breathe through their skin.
In and out the water?
Don't know about it, but in and out of water is something I will remember for next week.
Oh, mate, you're not doing that well on the old. Your grading's sitting at average.
What would you call a collection of frogs?
Oh. You
Gaggle?
got frogs spawn, didn't you?
Gaggle?
No, they're birds.
Oh, I saw some weird shit. There's a certain frog that when the sperm hatches, he fucking hoovers it up, sucks it into his mouth, keeps it in there for 60 days. Think of that in the human equivalent. Your daughter's born, your wife spits, come into your mouth that she's held in her mouth for 60 days.
Wow.
And then you sit there with your kids.
Wow.
That's the human equivalent. Odd.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
What is a collection of frogs?
I don't know. Is it a...
Squabble?
It's got to be some fucked up word.
A squabble. Are there any animals that are called a squabble? I hope there are. That's a great...
A squabble of frogs. See, you wouldn't put that past anyone, would you? A squabble of frogs. No, I'm going like...
Sounds right. A squabble of podcasters.
A herd. A herd of frogs.
Fucking herd. An amphibian. What are you chatting about?
A bull. A bull of frogs.
A pen.
A squab.
Frogsies. A collection of frogsies.
Yeah, you shitting me. That is the most lazy scientist you've ever heard of.
No, geez. An army of frogs. Clearly. It's an army.
Is it an army?
Yeah, it's a fucking army. They're called an army of frogs. That gets it.
They have like a lieutenant and a colonel and
that. You said I was chatting shit. Here's another fucking one for you.
Frog and
Did you know these fucking crafty green cunts, not the only colour they come in, but these crafty green bastards, they shed their skin once a week.
Yeah, they're dirty, man.
Didn't know this. Like a spider shed their skin.
Yeah.
Right? They shed their skin once a week and they eat it. It's their main source of food income in a week. It's the skin they're wearing.
Yeah, man. I learned that early days. That was one of the first things I learned in science, and it blew my mind.
Jesus Christ! I want to know what the human equivalent of that is.
Oh no. Well, we did one before.
That's like eating your bed sheets after a month. All the dead skin cells in there.
We did that before about how much your skin rejuvenates within like a week, innit? Yeah, it was 1 week. Your whole skin is completely new than it was a week ago.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, Goldmember, the Dutch guy who picks off the bit of skin and goes to eat it and that, right? That's like your whole skin coming off at once and you go,
that's minging. Absolutely minging. Right. Now I'm going to sign you out on a swan song here.
Okay.
Where do you think the phrase frog march comes from? Now, I say frog march.
From the army.
Are you even allowed?
Because they're an army of frogs, so they march.
No, not quite. Not quite. Frog march actually comes from 1870s, the first reference, and it was from police. When you've got someone who's been a little bit rowdy, a little bit weird, 4 police would be dispatched. They grab a limb each, face him on his front, and he'd hold a limb each and stretch him out so he couldn't play up as you was walking through.
Frog march.
That's where frog march comes from. It comes from police intervention. But I'll tell you what you're not allowed to do nowadays is associate the word frog with France. We spoke about this a little bit earlier and said, can you associate certain things?
It's racist.
And I looked into this.
It's not racist. It's country.
No, well, this is it. I looked into it. Nobody knows the origin of why you're not allowed to associate France with frogs. One of the biggest theories is the food. But you don't associate any other country by their food.
I think it's a convenience because they both begin with FR. So the French, the frogs. No. It's got that ring to it. That's what tends to stick as well. And you've got the fact that they eat frogs and how they sound. Blah, 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 blah.
One of the things come from sound. So one of the theories is it comes from sound. One of the things is that it was on their shields. Like, so when it was in the 18 whatevers, like early days,
medieval
they had shields for their village, and there's frogs on a lot of their village. There's so many different rumours of where the origin is and whether or not they're acceptable to talk about. But generally, you can call French people frogs, and nobody knows why they're getting called a frog. Frogged out guys.
So I've got to grade that.
They're bearing in mind.
Go on, fight your case.
Give
me your summary.
You had a mind blower in there. You never knew frogs were called had an army.
No, or that they had teeth.
They got fucking teeth as well, and the fucking biggest one's 7 pounds, mate. That's naughty sauce. There's also a species as well that's evolved to have no lungs whatsoever and just breathe through its fucking skin.
Yeah, but then you couldn't tell me whether that was in or out the water or... I don't know whether to be
Don't you fucking dare go down the middle.
I'm thinking like C+.
What are you saying? Did you listen to the words I just said to you?
Down the middle would be like a B. But I think 3 out of 5 of them, I went to ask an additional question, one that I think everyone would ask.
Is this what I'm dealing with? Is this what I'm going to have to put up with? Or
that would be harsh marking.
Or are we just standard setting?
I'll go B-.
I'll be very happy to get a B-. I felt that was B- level.
I'll go B-.
Yeah. I could have pushed the boat out.
Mid-range would be B.
It's a range finder, man. It's the first one of the season. I'm finding my range.
Yeah, all right. I wasn't really mind blown, but I did get schooled on frills.
I'll take a B. There's some
bangers.
Hold
on. You did come out with the 4,700 different species.
There are 4,700. I did a lot of extra. I've learned out of this.
That was my initial
question. I don't need the
question.
extra marks. I've learned out of this. I feel rewarded.
Did I get schooled throughout that whole bit? I'm going, yeah, I did. So...
B+. To be fair, I'm going to take that report home and just put a cross through it anyway. So B+, might as well call that.
B+. I'll give you B+.
Shit, boy. We're setting this bar low, aren't we?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see.
You just talked yourself out of it, my friend. I upgraded you to B-. That's what you're sticking at. B-, my friend. B-.
Bullshit.
That we're putting that down on a record somewhere. I'll put it on the website.
This is how the people rise up, man. Right, man. I'm a keen, avid viewer of this myself, so I'm going to be a harsh critic. I feel that's the vibe I'm going for after getting treated.
Oh, right,
like
yeah.
that.
I just realised you've got to. Yeah,
I've got
to start researching,
right?
don't I? What's the deal?
I'm keen on this. A lot of other people are. I hope people are. They should be. UFOs. I don't know about aliens. I want to know about UFOs, man.
Okay.
Have a little butchers.
UFOs.
Come back to me. Blow my mind, man.
Yeah,
blow
I need to get factual stuff, don't I? Rather than just...
You're looking at a D-. Like,
stories.
Trust me. You heard it here first, right? Come back to this point. Mark this text. Whatever you want to do. D-.
Literally, hold on.
So
you're setting me a challenge. No. Hold up. You're setting me a challenge with an acronym, and the first word is unidentified. So what the fuck am I meant to know about it?
The US government has literally admitted that they've pumped billions of dollars into looking at UFOs, and they've never done that before.
Well, maybe you
that's
should
in the last 6 months.
Do this. All right.
No, I'm giving this to you because I actually think you'd enjoy researching it.
Yeah, I do like
I think you would enjoy it. Don't do what I did. Don't be like lastminute.com. Enjoy it. Get engrossed in your research. I think
like the frogs.
I've enjoyed it. Like listening to it. I like it.
Okay, that's what you're going to learn next week. But what have we learned this week, Joe?
Well, this week we learned that fucking Putin's been a dickhead.
Well, we've learned that for months, yeah.
Isn't he? Like, he's just being a dickhead. Like, turn it in, guys. We know you're popping your clogs. Stop being a fucking Russian nutcase.
Yeah. Well, no, it's kind of like it all makes sense now. And no one could work out, like, Why are you being such a prick? Why now?
I'll put you in the room with Ivan Drago. You wouldn't last 2 minutes. Mug off, dickhead.
Right. Anyway, he needs to do like most teenage baby daddies and pull out.
As most mythical pirates have found out to their peril over the years, don't fuck with Johnny Depp, mate. Geezer's gonna put you
for
away.
Johnny, bro.
He's gonna put you away.
Justice for Johnny.
He's gonna put you away.
He didn't hit her.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Smack and didn't see him. That's what I'm saying. Nobody saw him hit her. Come on, and we're getting. I tried to sneak that in. Is that all right?
No, that's disgusting. Move on.
Is there a pun to be had in a Johnny Depp? Who knows? That's the roundup. I think he's gonna win it. I think she's a wrong one. I'm not gonna lie.
No, if you're gonna do a pun, it's got to be a good one. One that you like smack out the park.
Harry and Meg's are getting fucking battered. Footballers are fucking trannies. Hilarious news.
And trying to hide it. That's the funny thing about it.
Entitled ass motherfucking Karen cunts.
Karen can fuck off.
Karen carrot cunts.
Karen
they
home.
Can fuck off. Obviously, as we say, Karens have been absolutely hilarious. Wrong. Get rid of them. Put them in a box. 101.
Fuck you, Karen.
Frogs are great. I love a frog. As with every story, there's generally a hero and a villain. This week, my heroes and villain. Johnny Depp. Hero, number one. Mans is holding it down in the face of actual bitch-ass adversity. Yeah. Holding shit down.
He's just not having it.
And he's hilarious.
Literally, she put him through shit and ruined his career over the last...
Mans is backing himself. He's
4
done well.
years or so.
Well.
And now he's just not having it.
Of the week. Now, as much as I think Amber Heard's a fucking prick.
Well, yeah, naturally.
She's lucky that Putin's stolen her fucking show.
Yeah, he's like as the supervillain. I think he's found out he's going to die, and he's just rushing into it.
Oh, can't stay, must go.
He'd be on his fucking way out soon, wouldn't he?
Villain, supervillain, like beyond supervillain, like defining of the term supervillain. You've like gone beyond the character of the word. Naughty cunt.
He's putting the word to shame, really, isn't he?
He has.